to my home. It is Halloween weekend. So I am going to do a little simple Halloween look. Not anything too hard today. Just something a little simple. I sent out some invites. There you go. All right, so I'm going to start with my skincare. And so this is my Duo Lab. This is now available again. Hi, Jody. How you doing? It is in stock. And I got to order me some more. I'm so glad because I'm out of some of these. Well, not out, but I'm low. So I got to get some of those going. I got to figure out which ones. So, yay, Halloween. So I'm going to turn on my little thing here. I'm going to do my skincare, open up my little pod, put in number 1 in the number 1 slot. Number 2, so one is a moisturizer and this one is a booster, and this will mix them together like to order. So you put it in there, and it's like, you know, you get to pick what you want every day. You can pick just one kind that you use all the time, or you can mix, like, it's a mix and match thing. That's what this is. And that's backwards. It'll only go the right way. And then we're going to turn it on. It will light up the little lock button. And then it will sit there for 30 seconds and heat. And then that will make it a little bit warmer than the temperature of your skin. So it's going to be really acclimated to your skin. Your skin won't have to adjust or do anything or sit and wait for it to heat up for it to be able to absorb it. So it's going to be the perfect temperature. When you put it on your skin will just drink it right up. And yeah, it really does. It really does do that. So after 30 seconds, it will then start to mix. There we are. So then you see in there how it's pulsating and stuff in there. So it's mixing all that together. And that will do that for 60 seconds. So it's mixing your booster. Now today the booster I am using is the one that's for anti-aging. It's called Time something. It's on the thing. It's Time Tonic or something like that. And then the moisturizer I'm using is the more emollient one called Hydra Melt. They both have hyaluronic acid in them, both of the moisturizers. And because they have hyaluronic acid, you need to add a little water to your face in a mist so it has something to absorb. Other than you don't want it to drink the water out of your skin, you want it to get it from the atmosphere. And if there's not enough in the atmosphere, it will drink it from wherever it is. So it's like little sponges, and it will just absorb water till it's full. Well, if you've got to give it water, just in case there's not enough in the air. There it goes. That way it will actually moisturize your skin and not dry it. So we have unlock. And then we turn it off. And then we pull this out. Just pull it straight up. And then we will dispense it. Oh yeah. See, this is the richer one. You see how it's thicker? This is the richer moisturizer. So I just squeeze this little pod. And there you have that. And you're just going to pat it on your face, your neck, your chin, definitely around your eyes. This is sensitive, skin friendly. This is all natural ingredients, all plant-based products. No preservatives at all. You don't need preservatives because it's in an airtight capsule and you don't use it. You don't open it till you're going to use it. And then it's a single-use capsule. That's what these are. So when you use it, it then gets exposed to the air when you're putting it on. So you don't need preservatives. So I'm squeezing it. Because, see, there's a little bit left in there. Every time you try to make a comment, it turns the video off. What? Hi, Holly. What is that? Turns the video off when you're trying to make a comment. Well, that's got to be a Facebook thing. Or a phone thing or something. That's weird. Well, I got that comment anyway. Okay. So there we have. We're done. Now, I'm just going to do something kind of quick and simple today. I do have to go over to Mom's and get some more stuff. Look through some more, not much. I'm not doing much today because today I have to do stuff at my apartment to make room for a couple pieces of furniture and stuff I'm getting from there. So I've got to move some stuff around and I have to empty a cabinet so I can move it or have my brother move it. So I need to take the dishes out. So then I'm getting some new to me historic family furniture. All right, so first we're just going to have to put on we're going to put on our foundation. And apparently today I'm walking my brother's dog because he told me that they're going to Tampa tonight. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I think they're coming back in the morning, so. Or maybe they're coming back tonight, I don't know. I just got to walk the dog one time. So I'm like, yep, I can manage one time. That's good. I'm just putting the foundation. I didn't do my primer spray, did I? There we go. Primer spray. That feels so good. Ooh. It's just like refreshing. There we go. Now this is something I thought would be cute that you can just wear, you know, if you go out or something and go to the store in it. You know, it's not something you feel like you are crazy made up. It's just a cute little thing on the side. Trying to decide what I want to do. So here's what I've kind of decided. I was the ghost, all made up with all the outfit and everything. I was the ghost on Wednesday for our open house at work. But that wig and that dress and that all that material, at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, I want to take this off so bad. So I'm like, well, maybe I can do something else for actual Halloween. Instead of having to drag all that stuff in there again. Wear it all day long. So I think I might just do some sort of makeup look for Halloween. For work. On actual Halloween. I'm not too sure which one I want to do yet, though. It won't be this one, though. It'll be something a little more to it. I'm just not sure which one. What shall it be? So let's do, I guess I can still do my contour. How are you doing? Let's do under here. I think I might want to do this illusion one. I've done it before, but it is so cool. It's an illusion that you have a face mask. It's really, really interesting to look at. I might want to do that one. And like I said, I have done it before, so I know I can do it. The key is, how early do I have to get up to do that? Do I want to get up early to do it? That way I could just have face made up. I think that would be kind of cool. Or I could do a jack-o'-lantern. I'm not too sure. Okay. I'm going to do my contour. So for this, I can basically put my regular makeup on and then do this little, it's a little pumpkin on the side. So I won't get too tired with all the stuff I still got to do. So I'm trying to decide. I am going to Mom's tomorrow. I wanted to pick a couple other things up. Do I go get those tonight or wait till tomorrow? I have to go out anyway to walk the dog later. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Do I stay or do I go? No, I need to do my stuff here. So let's do my stuff here. And then we shall see how I feel. There's our answer. First, get the stuff I need to do here done. And then if there's any energy left, then I can go to Mom's and get those couple of things. Just a stack of music books. I want like hymnals and stuff. And nobody else wants them, and we're not throwing them away. Because music books. Can't throw that away. And then, Michelle, is that kicking you off and you coming back? Oh, you think it's working now? Holly, do you see Michelle's comment? She said hi. She's trying to make sure it's working. If Holly's working. Holly is also gaming. So she may not be looking at the screen. I'm sure she's duo stuffing. You restarted your phone. I've gotten to where I restart my phone every time before I go live, because it had gotten to where every time I would try to, it would just keep closing me down, closing me down, closing me down. So I've just restarted before I do Facebook Live every time now. And so far that's been working. I don't know what the deal was, but it would shut my video down, or it would tell me it couldn't start. Cannot start your video. What do you mean you cannot start my video? Error. What's the error? I just restart my phone, then it's fine. But it was doing that every time. So now I don't even wait. I just restart. And like I said, that's been working, hopefully. Whatever that little issue was. So we're doing my concealer. So it looks like she has on sort of brown eyeshadow, okay. This will be fun. I do need to go to the grocery store at some point too, so I don't know if I'm going to do it today or tomorrow. Maybe I'll try to do that today. I was going to do it yesterday, and I drove all the way home and went, oh, I didn't go to the store. Ooh, I was tired yesterday, though. Don't want to get that tired again. Okay. Oh, you have to close Facebook after you do anything else. Yep. Yeah, they're touchy. Looks like they don't get along. They get mad at each other for some reason. Okay, there we got. Ta-da! And this, okay, I'm trying to figure out what to do with my eyebrows with this. I think I do regular eyebrow on one, and the other gets half an eyebrow. I could just do it above my eyebrow, too, instead of what she did. I don't know, there's not a lot of room there, though. I better do half the eyebrow. Okay, now we're going to do some powder. Translucent powder. I have 3 of them in there. I had 4, and then I'm like, oh, I don't have any at work, because I need a little powder during the day. So I took it, put it in another holder. Now I got a little touch-up powder at work. There we go. Still got to finish my laundry. It's about half done. All right. Powder down here. Set everything. Lock it in place so it does not move around. There we go. Would not believe all the papers, the old stuff, like these old things, like my great-grandparents' marriage certificate that I found. Oh, goodness, it's so cool. The neatest stuff. I need... Do I have another Kleenex over here? Ah, there they are. Okay. It's not Kleenex. It's a napkin. There we go. Watering eyes. Okay, so now I think I can do a little blush. Let's see. I'm going to do a little blush on one side. And I'm going to do the other look on the other side. I'm going to put this over here on this side. This is where I have the most hair. I'm going to try to do this on the other side. Oh, I'm very sentimental too. It looks like I got to keep it all. Got to put it in something to keep it in. So right now I got it in a Ziploc bag. Okay, so let's take this and do eyeshadow. You know, that is, yeah, let's do that. I'm talking to myself, trying to figure out the color I want to do. I'm going to use the more orangey brown, I think. So we're going to do this. This is just a, it's kind of a beige. It's a little darker than the normal one I do. It's got a little more yellow in it. Put that on. All over both eyes. Yeah. I am too sentimental because let's keep everything. When you consider the fact that that's all I have is things. I don't have people. I mean, I have family, but they don't live here. I don't have children or grandchildren or a spouse. I have no people. So instead I keep things. And yes, I know I can't take it with me, but I'm not going right now. So I want my things. And that's not necessarily worth any money or anything, but it's sentimental. So maybe I cling to my stuff a little too much, but hey, you don't have anything else, that's what you do. Gotta have something. And I wasn't given nothing else. Let's do this one first. You've been watching the Bennett Brothers? Keep all the old paperwork out. I think they were, I haven't watched them in a while. I think they had good stuff to say. They were some of the original people he used to watch when he was getting help. I mean, I was a little disappointed in them that they didn't stick with Adam. They didn't ever talk bad about him that I know of. But they disappeared. And that was a little disappointing in them. But as far as talking about narcissism stuff, I think they had good information. All right, let's see. Let's go here. All right, let's go to about there. Does it go down? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's about as far as it goes. There we go. So I know I actually have eyebrow over there, but I didn't extend this over there. Because this has got, I may have even gone too far. Oh, well, if I did, I can fix it. Got to put my little pumpkin over there. Okay, oops. I'm throwing my brush. Adam has his reasons that he is, yep, and good ones. Yes, he does. But he has been going live more. He sure has. You would rather watch it. I know we all would. They're a little hard to follow. They get off topic. That, yeah, well, I don't think you're wrong. Yeah, I agree. They're a little, to me, they're a little slower paced. To where it can be harder to keep your attention on them because they don't have a lot of charisma, you know. Adam has his reasons, yep. But he is going live more, and maybe that will increase. Go. My eyes watering. Okay, so now let's see. What am I going to do over there? All right, let's do. I'm trying to decide if the eye makeup will be in the way. All right, let's do the one eye, and then I'll figure out what to do with the other one. So let's get my little thing here. Yes, I know, us too. We are very grateful. He's just wants, you know, intended to help people. And he actually has helped people. If you watch the people on his lives, all they do is say, oh my gosh, you've helped me so much. You've helped me. And he's like, some of these people, I didn't even know I helped them. Because they're getting help just by watching him, and they're not really telling him. Until later. They come back and, you helped me so much, I never would have made it without you. And he's like, wow, really? So he really, really is helping people. And I think there's a lot of severe jealousy there. That, nobody can be him. You can still do some good. You can be a good person, do some great talking and helping people. But he has a gift, a very, very special gift. And I think, when you're gifted in anything, like if you're a super, super good singer, other people will hate you because they're not as good as you. And they can't be as good as you. And they can really hate that because they will look at it and say, you are in a position now. Oh, they took you and made, you got a record deal or something. You got a recording deal. Nobody can beat them. That's right. That's the problem. Part of the problem is that no matter how good they were, they could not come close to him. And that is, especially in the singing industry, that's cutthroat. Those people, they want to be the one. They want to be the one that gets to be famous and gets the recording deal and gets all the... And if they can't beat somebody that's better than them, they hate them. Because they look at them as, you are keeping me from having that. How dare you be better than me? But that can be in anything. They'll always, you find somebody better than you. That doesn't mean you still can't do good. But I think they want some level of either fame, fortune, something they think they were going to get. And they didn't get it. They blaming, oh, you took it from me. You kept me from being the one that everybody wanted to follow. That's what it is now on TikTok. Everybody wants all the followers. Oh, people would rather follow you. Okay, it's your fault that I don't have all the followers. Because they want, just like how you say you'd rather watch Adam. So would almost everybody else. He does amazing with his business life too. Yep. And I just think there is some, like I say, when you are really superior to people in anything, on a level that they can't hope to reach, they hate you. Because it makes them look worse. And they know they can't compete. And some people, they can't accept the fact that just, okay, I can still do some good even though it's not as good as him. Because there are people that will never know him because they don't find him. And there are people who will see you and you can help people he can't reach. So it doesn't mean just because you aren't as good as him as whoever anybody is, that you still can't have an impact. But they don't really want that. They want it all. Putting this light color back on here again. Barely can see that because it's skin tone. Alright, should I... I'm going to put a little bit of this on. A little ways over. I just don't know how far down I'm going to need to go. It's just going to be vague right now. But I saw this guy on TikTok. His name is Dr. Peterson or something like that. I don't really know who he is. Jeff knew who he was. He's like, oh, he's awesome. I'm like, okay, good. But he said this quote talking about people who have to try to harm other people. And he said something like, they will take the people shining around them and try to destroy them because the people shining around them makes them look dim in the reflection. So people who look like bright shining lights around them make them look dull because they can't reach the shining level. And or they just don't want to reach the level. And so it makes them look bad in comparison. And so instead of saying, let me try to excel, let me try to get better, let me try to learn, let me try to do it, they will say, just let me destroy that light. I'm going to put out that light. And then I don't look so dim anymore. And I thought, ooh, that was good. But in trying to put out the lights around you, you look even dimmer. And I think they don't realize that. You actually make yourself look worse. All right, now let me think. Well, this person does not have eyeliner on. Too bad. It's not putting eyeliner on. All right, let's go ahead and do this one. Because I think the focus they did on this was just this little pumpkin. I'm like, okay, so they just didn't finish. That's fine. But I always try to share the video with you when he's live, Michelle. I don't know if you see it, because, you know, sometimes you may not be on, but I do try to do that. I can at least do the under one. I can do the under one and the over one, because it's not going to go down that far. Put this on. Oh, because you went to bed early. Yeah, sometimes you may not be awake or you may not be on. But I always will share it with you in case you are on. Well, I went up too high. You know what that means. I got to go do the other one high. Oh, now my eye's blurry. I'm like, whoa, I drew a line way up on there. Okay. A little bit more. Okay. To listen to and Adam's like, yeah, like I say, I think they have good stuff to say. Because he listened to them. Right. Oh, yeah, I know you weren't saying anything bad about him. Yeah. Because he used to listen to them. I think they have good information. And so he had them on the app. And when the sabotage happened, they just quietly disappeared. And I would have had a lot more respect for them had they stood up for him. But they got good information. Okay, now let's see. So here's what I'm doing. Any cute? They should have stood up for him. Yeah. That's a little disappointing. They were probably confused. They didn't know what to believe. They were being told probably all manner of stuff. We don't know. But that's what it looks like. Very cute. Thank you. Okay, so I have the orangiest orange blush right here. This is like Cheeto orange. And it's actually, you say, how can you wear that? That's what I have right here. So if you put it on really light, looks great. But you can also put it on really dark, and you look at Cheeto. That's a good thing about, all right, so what this was actually was, this is one of the blushes. This one, see how dark, these were created specifically for people who have very, very dark skin, African Americans or anybody with really dark skin. Because if they put light blush on, it can just look whitish. So that was created for very, very dark skin, Chester Cheeto. But you can still wear it if you have lighter skin, you just have to use a really light hand with it. Otherwise, it's going to be too dark for white skin. Unless you want to draw punky. And then it's perfect. I'm looking for some sort of a good brush here. Maybe I can just use this one. I'm going to try this one. Okay, so I'm going to get this. So first of all, we have this whole little... Maybe I should do the pumpkin first. And then, because I don't want to be stuck like, oh no, I have no room for the pumpkin. So if I draw the pumpkin first... So I'm just going to draw an oval. I think it goes down a little. We shall draw the oval. See, my hairline goes further down, and it's a little challenging. to the space can be challenging here. I'm going to try to just go further over this way. You see how orange that is? Ooh. I think I have a little brown in this brush too. Oh well, so it's going to be a muted orange. That's fine. That probably looks more like a pumpkin anyway. And the good thing about a pumpkin is you don't have to be that perfect, because they aren't. You know, they can be all a little off. What do you got? Asymmetrical. And they still fine. Some of them are perfectly round, some of them aren't. Oh my. It's orange. So this is a blush. So you won't want to put a heavy hand on if you're going to use this as blush. But see, over here you can't hardly tell I have it on. I probably could put a little more on. But this is the full intensity. This is what you can do with makeup that has high pigment. You can use very little of it and get a natural look, or you can do this and play Halloween. Okay, so now if we have that there, now they have, let's get like this brush maybe, because it's a little lighter. And she has like this, I guess she has this as blush, sort of. She has this swoopy spot over here. But it's pretty dark. Also. But it is kind of where the blush goes, so okay. Okay, we'll look a little cray-cray over there. But for Halloween. But see, this is what it looked like if you put it on without like being real careful. It would look like that. Okay. Let's go a little bit more up here, because she has that a little bit more up there. But let's put, I actually could use a tiny bit more over here. But see how I just barely put any on this brush, and then it just doesn't look crazy. It's very, very little. But I almost can't even see it. There, so see, she want a little touch over here. But see, so you can make it work, or it looks like blush. Okay, orange and orange. So now, I think next we'll do the black. So do I use the liquid liner? I don't know. Let's see if where's my liquid liner at? It's a good question. What is this one? Maybe I need to get a new one. Is that what this is? What is this? Perfect eyeliner pen. Yeah, that's it. I'll just open a new one, because I'll bet my other one's dried out. Because I don't usually use the liquid, even though I like the liquid, because it is not waterproof, and the other is. And because I have a teary eye over here, it'll smear it. If you don't have a teary eye, you can use this liquid, but it's a pen. It's just like almost like a felt tip pen or something, but it's actually a little micro brush. I just got to get the plastic off of it. There we go. All right, let's see what we can do here. Open. Get it going. See, it is a tiny micro brush. Teeny tiny little. Okay, so we're gonna go here. It's really black. It's an awesome eyeliner. I'm going to draw around my pumpkin. And then we're going to draw some lines. Just go through the brow. Draw the curved lines. I guess I'm scared to talk while I'm doing this for some reason. I want my skin to move. It's like a little pumpkin. Pretty cool. Okay, so then we have a stem on it. Oh, that's not bad looking. Look at that. Holding your breath, I know. I'm scared to talk. Okay. So then we're going to go make a loopy loop here. Then we have like 3 just dashes like that. And then we have 3 over here. I don't have a lot of space over there. Oh, it worked. And then sort of have a thicker end. All right. Then we're going to do, all right, so we're going to go from here to, so it makes a big, like, letter C. And then it makes a littler one inside. Okay. If you just do it a little piece at a time. And then there's a bigger C under it. You just look at it like that you're drawing a letter. And then another littler one under that. Kind of cool. Then we're going to go the opposite direction from here and make a, let's see, how far does that go down? Doesn't matter if it's the same, right? Okay, that's good. We'll go to a loop. And then you're going to do another smaller one here. It's not that bad when you have something to copy. Okay, so then we have 3 dashes here. 1, 2, 3. It's over there. And then we have 5 dashes in here. Okay, so we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is so cool. That's it. Then we're going to add green. Kind of cool. I feel, holiday-ish. Okay, where's my lid? There it is. Okay, we're going to put that up. I'm going to get my hair out of the way. Alright, so green. Now, Lime Life does not have a pure green eyeshadow. But this guy does. This one I got at Ulta. It's called the James Charles Morphe palette. And this guy made old colors, bright colors. And this is fun to play with for Halloween. And it's not too bad a pigment. So let's get a little brush here somewhere. We can use this brush. This is a lip brush, but let's see if it works. So we're going to use, I'm going to try this green. Ah! My picture's falling down on me. Alright, so let's get that color. And we're going to fill in our stem. Okay, and then we're going to, alright, she has, between these dashes, she has a green. Just like a little splash of color there, I guess. And then she has, between these, we have green. It almost looks black. It's dark. This is darker than what she's got. Then we have it down here. I think that's it for the green. So I am going to take this lighter green, and let's see if I can go over it. And give it just a little bit lighter touch. Barely. If it doesn't matter, so it's just dark green. So we'll just have dark green. I like this one since it's kind of pretty. You know, it's not scary, it's not ugly. Although sometimes the scary, ugly ones are fun. This is like elegant looking. Cute. Alright, then she's got one more thing on here. She's got these light color. So I'm going to use concealer for that, because it's got to go on top of the dark. Oh, I'll put my little paper back. The name of that green, oh my goodness, the name of this dark green was Daddy. Okay? And Social Blade was the other one. I don't know why that's the name of it. Daddy Green. Okay. Looks classy. Thank you. Then, concealer. And my concealer. I don't want to use a concealer brush because I'm going to use something else. Because if I go back later to use concealer and it has green on it, I'm going to have green on my face. Somewhere I have a little... Where are you, little brush? You're hiding. Well, I might use the bigger one. Where's my little one? It's probably laying down here somewhere. I could use that. I bet that'll just mix. Okay, so we'll use this brush. I wonder where my little tiny one is. Don't I have another little tiny one? Oh, here's another one. I'll use this one. See how? Oh yeah, that one will probably work. Okay. Concealer. So what do we have? 5 of those. And that goes right here. To the, alright. We have like 1. Yep, that works. 2. 3. It's working. How about that? 4. 5. A little splash of light, kind of. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, I like that. That brush worked. Then, since I put the concealer on, we gotta set that with powder. So it does not move if I touch it or something. Because concealer has to be set. So we'll just tap some powder on. You don't want to smear it. Then, right now, let's look at my eyeshadow. Okay, let's take my eyeshadow and go back and fill in where there's space. So I'm going to go, that's blush. With the darker color. And, alright, let's go, I know I want it to go down to here. And we'll just go to the bottom of the pumpkin there. Because, you know, I have this dark on the other side. I just wasn't sure where to put it. Now I know where to put it. My eye has got a whole tear thing going up here. Because I have a fan blowing on me, and it's blowing on that side, and my eye's protesting. Thank you. Alright, let's see. I think I can use the regular... Was that it? No. Yeah, that's it. It's that one. Don't want that one. Okay. Still? Yeah, this is the right one. Okay. I don't want to use the wrong one. This is the blending one. Okay, I want to mess up my pumpkin. There we go. Looks closer to the other eye. See, you can go to the store or something that people won't. They will like it. They won't go, ooh, what? You scared me. All right, so let's do my finishing spray. So we're going to, there's where that brush went. Okay, let's put you up. Let's do my, here, I still have to do my mascara. This will work better if you aim it the right direction. Had it aimed out. I was going to spray you. You'll be all set. I want to make sure I get this over here. Extra. This one's almost out. Come on. Come on. He wants to be done. There we go. I got another one. He's like, no, I'm empty. I'm empty. But I hear some in there. You're not empty. I'm going to dry it a little bit. I think this is pretty cool. I like that part. Okay, so now we shall do mascara and then we will do lipstick because it looks like I have no lips right now. I didn't curl it, but oh well. Then I will do our little devotion. The only thing here is I don't get trick-or-treaters here in the apartment. I don't know why, just never have. They don't come here, I guess. But we had open house at work and I had trick-or-treaters there because people came in with their kids. That's okay, so I did trick-or-treating at work. At least I got to do a little bit of it. I love to give out candy to kids for trick-or-treating, but where I used to live at my house, I guess because we had a well-established, fairly full neighborhood in an area that some of the outlying areas of it just had houses spaced kind of far apart. And we were by a golf course and by some of the shopping, and so, that was a lot of houses that were just, it was filled in, it was built out, I should say. And they would bring kids in this neighborhood because there were more houses in a shorter area. And they would come on flatbed trucks and other vans and trucks, and they would peel out 30 kids at a time. Because I think they must have met together, whoever these people were, with their kids, and put them all in the truck, and they drive around, and they let them out, and you could watch. It was just, wow, look at all those kids. So then I think we used to have about 130 trick-or-treaters a year. Because I started counting them because I'm like, I got to make sure I get enough candy. Because that was a lot. Even though I'd only give them a couple pieces, but then you have to have 260, you have to have 300 pieces of candy to make sure you got enough. It was really sad, though, the year of 9/11. We had, almost no trick-or-treaters that year. People were scared to go trick-or-treating. And I'm like, oh, this is so sad. But then it was only that 1 year. And then they came back. And then it went up to 130. Because I would always count. I'm like, I don't know how much I got to get next year. But they would come. You would just stand at the door and leave the door open. Because it was just, they would just come and come and come and come. There was no even need to shut the door. You just stand there and they would just wander in the neighborhood and everybody's so happy and laughing. Some people would have some sort of a decor out in their driveway. They'd be sitting out there. Because it's we'll just sit out here on the lawn chairs and play along. And they'd play music. It was so much fun. Alright, let's see. Let's do this one. This one's called Rose. This one has a little bit of a warmer, kind of corally color to it. You wouldn't think that of Rose. Why they named it Rose. I would think Rose would be really pink, but this one is, they're coral. Sort of. Darker coral. But it's the color on it. Some roses are coral color. But usually you see that if they name something a rose, it's usually pink. Okay. Outline. And then for this one, I don't actually have a coral. I have a coral regular lipstick, but not a coral of these kind. And these last longer. So I mix these two. This is peanut butter cup and creme brulee. So I sort of get orangey. It's not really orange. This is like what's called peanut butter cups. It's like the color peanut butter. That, and I mix it with a little pink to pink it up. So I'm gonna like tap it on. Because I just mix it on my lips. So I tap that around. I mean, you can mix it in a palette and use a brush to put it on. That's too dark. You don't have to. So I'm going to tap the pinker one around. And go like that. Then mix. There we go. There's my coral color lipstick. I think I got it a little pinker. So if you do, and you want to change it, the other one back a little bit. Keep mixing. Alright, there you go. Happy Halloween! Oh, a little early. Okay, we're going to put all those up. And now it is time. Thank you. Kind of fun. Yeah, I like that. It's fine with the brow. Alright, so let's see what we have today for our Praying God's Word Day by Day. So I think we read that one last time. Okay, oh, this sounds good. So this will be, the prayer will be from Psalm 145, 8 through 10, 1 John 4, 9 through 10, and Psalm 119, 76. You love it. Thank you. This would be cute for streaming for Halloween. I mean, you can do this for Thanksgiving, too, because it's not a jack-o'-lantern, it's pumpkin. Oh, you could make it a jack-o'-lantern. Just got to put a face on it. So it says, what a comfort to know that the places God chooses to lead us always flow out of His unfailing love. And the prayer is, you, my faithful Lord, are gracious and compassionate, slow to anger and rich in love. You, my Lord, are good to all. You have compassion on all you have made. All you have made will praise you, O Lord. Your saints will extol you. Lord, how I thank you for showing your love to me by sending your one and only Son into the world that I might live through him. This is love, not that I loved you, but that you loved me and sent your Son as an atoning sacrifice for my sins. Lord my God, may your unfailing love be my comfort, according to your promise to your servant. Boy, that was beautiful. Man, this is love. Not that I've loved you, but that you have loved me. And the best part about it is He didn't wait for us to be what we should be, to love us. He loved us the moment He created us. He loved us in the vilest version of ourselves that existed before we knew Him. In the most sinful, vilest, rebellious point that we were in our lives, wherever that was for you. He loved you still then. And He knew that you were that way. He knew what you were like. He knew the things that you did that were against His standard. Yet He didn't say, oh, I don't love her today. I don't love her. She's acting like this. He loved you no matter what state you were in. And He just patiently waited for you to come to Him. He's like, I know she's going to turn to me. Because the way she's living right now, or he's living right now, it's kind of destroying them. And they'll figure it out. And they're going to come to me. And all the time He's waiting. There's a song, time after time He has waited before. Now He is waiting again. I don't know if I remember how the rest of it goes. That's how it starts. Time after time, He's just waiting. He's waiting for you. So just go to Him because He already loves you. He already loves you. You don't say, well, I'm not good enough. You didn't need to be good enough. You just needed to be His. And He created you. You know, you don't wait to love your children till they're good enough. You love them the minute they're born. They haven't done nothing. Just lay there and cry. But you love them because you had a part of creating them. They're part of you. And it's the same way. He loved us the minute he created us. He's not waiting for us to be lovable or to be good. He wants us to be good. But his love existed before we even knew what good was. And that is awesome. It's not that we loved him. So he loved us and had already planned to give his son before we were even born. Because he knew what we were going to be like. And he knew we were going to need to be atoned. He knew we were going to need to be redeemed. So he's like, I already got that plan for you. You just have to accept it. That's all. So there is your little devotion for today. Your happy Halloween for today. Thank you. That's right. Thank you. We're so thankful to him because none of us deserved love. If we had to deserve his love, there would have been no hope for a soul. I mean, who? Who would there have been hope for? Nobody. So thank God that he loved us no matter what. And he's just waiting for us to turn to him so he can help clean all that up. Happy Halloween. You wouldn't make it. No, I really think none of us would have. Now, maybe some people came to God before they got really bad, but if they hadn't, you would have continued down the destructive path. Everybody would have. Yes, Jody, that's right. You would have continued down the destructive path because that stuff sucks you in. Oh, thank you. It sucks you in. It is a bondage. Sin is a bondage, and you don't realize it. It is a slave master. And it isn't really, it becomes something that has you, not something that you're just doing. It becomes something that possesses you and controls you because you allow it in and you don't know what you're letting in because usually, we start out as sinners so young, we don't know what we're letting in. But the longer you let it stay, that he's a trickster, but the longer you let it stay, the more control it will take over you. And the more it will become like an addiction to you and more that you have to keep doing. And that's not good. You have to get worse. You have to get worse because it is like, doesn't necessarily mean you're possessed, but it is like driving you. It's enslaving you. That's why the Bible says we have to be set free. You have to be set free because you are enslaved to it. You don't even know it because we'll try to quit it by yourself. You can't. You might be able to quit doing some things. You might be able to quit some habits and stuff. But it is a tendency we're born with. It is a nature we are now born with ever since the original sin. We're now born with that nature. And you can't say, well, I'll just quit doing bad stuff. No, you are actually, it's like tentacles dug in you. And the only way to get out of it, you have to be born again. The only way to get out of it is to have God take that out of you. You just can't do it by yourself. If we could do it by yourself, we wouldn't have needed God at all. What do we need God for at all? We could just do it ourselves. We wouldn't need to be one. But thank God there is one who loved us and made a way for us to get out of that bondage. So, it was interesting to me how people view faith and church, and that they view that as a bondage or a crutch. Believe Jesus died on the cross, that's right. They actually think that's the bondage. And it's so sad because they're so blind. Because no, that's your freedom. That's your freedom from the bondage you're already in. And they have it so backwards sometimes. That, I'm not going to put myself under those rules. I'm not going to put myself under that. That stuff's going to save your life. If you just knew your spiritual life. It will save your spiritual life. You are actually walking into freedom. And out of the bondage. But everybody's so deceived. That's part of the bondage. You are so deceived that you think that the faith and God is the bondage. When that's the key that unlocks your soul. And if you just try it and step out in it, you'll find out, oh my gosh, I was in the bondage. I thought I was doing what I wanted to do. I thought I was really, thank you. I thought I was doing my own thing, what I wanted to do. I was in control. You thought you were. Till you step out of it and look back at it and go, that had me so tied down and was destroying me. You just didn't know. Sometimes you got to get out of it to look back and to see. And to find out that the faith is not the bondage. It's the freedom. I know this isn't, well, it's not quite freedom, freedom weekend. But it's coming. Veterans Day's coming. It's a little early, Veterans. Talk about freedom. Spiritual freedom is the best freedom. When we have freedom in our country, but you can still be in bondage. But not if you take the step out. So I'm going to go. Have a very blessed day. And until next time, if I don't feel like tomorrow, I'm be too tired, I may come and do something else again tomorrow. Because now, as you know, I have nowhere to go anymore. Sunday afternoons. So I may come do it again tomorrow. I do have to go to Mom's and get some with my brother and meet him there. Because he's going to pick up some furniture pieces that I wanted and bring them here for me. So I'll have to do that. So we'll see how I feel. But I'm going to go. Have a very blessed day and go be amazing. Bye.